Hey guys, I'm Ross Martin, and this video is a 1-year progression video of me skateboarding. I actually been skating for 11 months, but unfortunately I cannot skate in August since I started in September because I cut myself pretty bad at work and I was told not to do anything physical for 4 weeks. So I thought might as well make a skate video if I can't skate, make a progression video and explain everything going on. So enjoy the video. That was my first time ever setting up a board in my life. Like, I've had a board before, but it was a pre-built board. I got off of West 49. It was like 80 bucks. It was pretty crappy, but I didn't really know the difference. And I knew I wasn't gonna continue skating when I bought it. I just wanted to have it for, I think it was like the school year, grade 12. Me and my buddies were skateboarding a little bit around town. Like, I think maybe 3 times I used it. The reason why I got into skateboarding like fully was because the university I was going to offered the first ever university credit skateboarding class. Like the class actually credit towards my credits to graduate. So I was like, I have to do that. Like, I had to pick a skill, like either like any sport you want, and skateboarding was there. I was like, I gotta do it. Like, it would be such a cool experience, especially for the future, to tell my kids or just tell anyone that I was my first ever Canadian, or maybe the world skateboarding class for university. Shortly after I started skateboarding, I learned how to drop in on a quarter pipe. I think it was September 20th I said in the video. I look back and I dropped in on the 4-foot quarter pipe at the skate park. And the first time I tried, I fell. I just scraped my knee. There's a little scar there, but it wasn't that bad. And I was like, okay, I can definitely do it. I know what I have to do. And then I did it. I was like, holy crap, like that's so cool. Something I couldn't do 5 seconds ago, I can do now. That was my first month of skateboarding and I absolutely loved it. Every chance I could get, I would skateboard. We skateboarded 2 times a week for the class, but every day I was there in between classes. Before other classes I'd go. After class I would go. Like, after supper I'd go. I'd wake up if I had no class for a couple hours. I'd go to the skate park. I was at the skate park every day I could if it wasn't raining. The one trick I really wanted to learn was board slides. For some reason, I always thought that was so cool, seeing videos or seeing people at the skate park slide across the ledge or the rail. I was like, that was so cool. And I remember I was getting frustrated because it was like the first month I was trying to do it on the ledge, but I couldn't do it. And I was like getting frustrated. I was like, why? And then I realized I've only been skateboarding for a month. Like, it's not that, like, I shouldn't be able to do board slide this quick. I was skating for like 2 months and I was like, all right, I gotta learn how to board slide, at least on the ledge. The rail's a little scary because it was circular and I just started skateboarding. And I was like, all right, let me try on the ledge. That was like one of my first times actually getting on, and I was like, holy crap, I'm doing it. And then slipped back and I hit my head pretty hard. I do remember like it hurting a lot, and then I didn't really think anything of it. Like, I got right up after the video. I didn't show it because it was pretty gross looking and the noise it made. I didn't really want to show that. But I got right up and I was like, holy, that's kind of scary. So I walked around, drank a glass of water, and then I went back at her. I actually ended up getting concussed from that. I didn't know I was concussed because I went skateboarding the next day with Jason, my instructor. He actually taught me how to do the board slide, like, properly and everything like that. And then I went home for reading week and I hung out with my buddy when we went skating at his skate park by his house. And I know I was like, getting a really bad headache, and I kind of felt like all groggy all day. So I was like, I may as well go to the ER, just make sure I'm okay, and ended up being concussed from that. So took like a week off skateboarding. I don't think it was really a full week. I couldn't wait to get back, but I started wearing a helmet for like a week, and I was like, you know what? I feel like a goof wearing a helmet, and like no one else wears helmets, so I just unfortunately put them away. I didn't wear my helmet when I was skateboarding, just doing normal things, but then I realized when I'm gonna do something new or a little sketchy, I would put my helmet on just in case. And the board slides kind of freaked me out a little bit. Since my concussion before, I just didn't really want to do them, or I just wouldn't really fully commit. But I really wanted to learn how to board slide. So I was like, okay, if I put my helmet on and elbow pads, I'll be fine if I fall or anything like that. Like, it won't hurt as much. So it was like a December day, I'm pretty sure, and my buddy that I met at the skate park, he was doing board slide. I was like, how do you do that? And then he just said, just gotta really commit, just ollie up into it and slide across. So I was like, all right, let me just try. I ended up getting it within like 5 minutes, and I was so shocked because it was like my dream trick at the time was to learn a board slide, and I board slid a couple months into skateboarding, so I was pretty stoked in that.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight.
I actually ended up wearing a helmet full time now because I actually hit my head again in March, and it was only a couple months since my last concussion. So I was like, okay, if I want to keep skateboarding and keep on progressing, or, you know, I need to start protecting myself, and your brain's pretty important. So my brother had an old helmet laying around, and it was like a really old one where like the foam inside was hard plastic, but it doesn't make any sense for a helmet. So I ordered one off just ProTech, but I haven't stopped wearing helmets since, and when I don't wear a helmet, I feel really weird. I don't want to commit to anything, so that's why I wear a helmet every day now.
Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up.
I ended up getting sponsored by Next Level Skateboards and Footwear, and I was actually super shocked when they told me that I was put on their team, because I've only been skateboarding for less than a year. I know people like pros, they've been practicing their whole lives and still aren't sponsored. So I was pretty grateful to be sponsored at such a young age. And was my first 11 months of skateboarding, or I guess a year since I can't skateboard this month. I think it went pretty well. I'm pretty happy with all the tricks I learned. I learned quite a bit of tricks my first year. There's a few tricks I wish I learned, and I was actually planning on trying to get this month, but unfortunately I can't. I wanted to learn how to kickflip and heel flip. I'm pretty close to it, and people might think I'm crazy, but tray flip, because I'm getting more close to a tray flip than I was to a kickflip. Don't really know how it's possible, but yeah, I think other than that, I'm pretty well, pretty happy with my tricks I learned. The favorite trick I learned probably was the board slide, and the blunts, I haven't learned a fakie, but even just getting the blunt and popping into board, I think that's pretty sick. My future goals of skateboarding are definitely a kickflip and heel flip, just because that's like a typical trick that everyone knows. I want to learn actually crooks, because I was thinking about it, when you get in a nose slide, you can almost get into a crook, and I've actually gotten into crook by accident when I was learning nose slides. So I think if I set a day aside to learn crooks, I think I can get them. It's kind of funny, I didn't have any role models when I first started skateboarding, because I didn't really follow skateboarding that much, like follow the names or anything like that. Like I knew Tony Hawk, because who doesn't know Tony Hawk? But now that I've been skateboarding for 11 months, almost a year, I've been watching a lot more skateboarding and pay attention to the names and this and that. So like, I guess one of my role models would be like Andy Anderson, because he's from Canada, and just the stuff he does, it's just like mind-boggling. And my sponsor, Next Level, the owner, Jason Mason, he was my skateboard instructor, and he definitely inspired me to do a lot of things, because he was the one who taught me everything, really. So seeing him do something, I was like, I need to do that. And just monkey see, monkey do. So I appreciate all that. Thanks for watching.